This is the college hockey show. Eventually, I'll have music and everything. Hey, everybody. Beard here with the Degenerate Bostonian, Mike. What's up, Mike? Let's just get right into it. Let's talk about the games. I know you had a pretty fun weekend. You met Dean Letourneau and
Dude is a bro. Dean, I appreciate you catching up to me. And I guess for anyone out there, if you're rocking a Dean jersey, he says thanks for the support, and he says it's his personal goal to run into everyone. So that was what Dean told me to pass on, and that's what I'll do. But we got a whole 6-pack worth of games that are beautiful this weekend.
oh,
And
hey, before you get into the games, happy belated birthday, Halloween.
thank you.
Yeah, all right, man. Happy birthday. That's
I
cool.
appreciate it,
Now that I
man.
know that, I'll make sure I wish you happy birthday every Halloween. Already we got people with us, so I appreciate it. Go ahead and get into the games, my man. The 6 games.
So Saturday, I will be at this one, but they play Friday and Saturday. We number 5 BU hosting number 11 Michigan. I've been saying Michigan's overrated all year. I thought BU would win it all this year. So to me, this is the big test. Michigan, are you fakers or are you real? You've had a couple of great Big Ten wins. Can you do it on the road? And BU, I mean, that game's, Ticketmaster has it sold out, but looking at BU's website, it's about 65-70% capacity. So what can you do when you're on the road at a pretty hostile environment? Next game up is North Dakota heading to Cornell. This is Cornell's Division I season opener. They've played a couple Canadian schools. They got a couple of Division II wins, but I don't know why the Ivy Leaguers start late, but that's what they do. North Dakota just split last week at BU.
Probably
Cornell has one first place vote, but it's number 6 versus number 9.
Yeah.
Cornell is, I think, like the number 5, number 6 hardest place to play. I love their fans. They remind me a lot of Maine, but they just wear red instead of blue. So if you get a chance to watch that one, North Dakota Cornell, they're out in Ithaca, New York. If you've been out there, get out there, especially in the summertime. And for you wine drinkers, get out to Ithaca.
So Nodek at Cornell.
Yep. Game number 3. Dean said he's probably going to be suiting up for the Eagles this week. It's a shoulder injury. It was minor.
He wasn't playing. That's why you saw.
Yeah, that's why he was able to catch up to me. He was in a suit. I asked him about the injury. He said it's a minor injury. If it was a hockey's playoff game, I'm in. But he said, look, the guy that replaced me was a 40-goal scorer in juniors last year, so it's not like they've got some scrub filling in for him. And
this is BC at St. Cloud State.
BC at St. Cloud, number 2 versus number 10. St. Cloud's been on a tear this year. I thought they might sneak into the top 20. They are way better. I shouldn't say way better, but they're a lot better than I thought they would be. BC, Beard, I think you put them in the Frozen Four.
Ranked 10. They're ranked 10.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. St. Cloud's doing better than I thought they would. They're
6-1-0.
very good. Was it
6-1-0 St. Cloud?
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup. And I'm hoping Dean's healthy enough to play. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. He said he will be playing next week in Maine. So at a minimum, I'll be seeing him then. Actually, Penn State at Minnesota Golden Gophers, number 18 versus number 4. If you're betting this game, you're getting plus money for plus 1.5 on Penn State. That's actually going to be one of my bets.
Okay. We'll get into that. Just talk about the game
first. So Minnesota, they're the bigger team. They have the more senior team. They have the better goalie. Penn State's 23 for 23 in the PK. They win 80% of their faceoffs. Minnesota is only winning 65. So as much as Minnesota is the superior team, Sugarbug and Woodline is looking phenomenal, which we predicted early on. Can Penn State handle the piano of Matthew Wood and the jitterbug of Sugarbomb? That combo. If they can handle that combo, I think they win. You let Matthew Wood shoot the puck, the kid's going to score. It's just plain and simple. The kid's going to score if he gets a chance to shoot. So Big Ten Network's got that one, guys. ESPN Plus also has that one. Check it out. 5th game, Minnesota State versus Beard. Help me out here. Benjamin Bemidji.
Bemidji State, my friend.
Yep, I'm never going to get that one right, guys. Love the Mavericks here on the road. They're the faster team, but I'm saying watch it because whenever these two schools go at it, it's an in-state rivalry. They used to
Who is
play
it?
in
Who is it again?
what
Who is it again? Who is it?
Minnesota State.
Okay, Minnesota State at Bemidji. Okay.
Yeah, they're at Bemidji. Yep. It's an in-state rival. They used to play in the Minnesota's equivalent to the Beanpot. I don't know the name of the tournament, but these were two teams that were in it. Golden Gophers and Duluth were the other two. But they go at it every year. Big game. I love watching in-state rivalry games. I really, really do. They're some of my favorite, especially when it's, two schools that they only have hockey for Division I. So, like, everyone shows up to the game. This is the big show on campus. Get to the game. And the last game I'm saying keep an eye out for, Big Ten Network's going to have this one as well. NBC, if you have Peacock, will have this one as well. Wisconsin at Notre Dame.
Oh, that's good to know. I'm glad you said that. Peacock, that we can look for games on Peacock.
Notre Dame specifically, but.
Okay, so Wisconsin at Notre Dame?
Yep. So Notre Dame has yet to win on Saturday. All their losses are on Saturday. Wisconsin has yet to win on a Friday. I'm predicting split. I really am. Both teams desperately need a sweep. Wisconsin, they just got thumped by Denver. They didn't have it. They were on our upset. 2 weeks in a row, they've been upset. We've talked about them. They desperately need a sweep to get this season turned around. They've got 6 drafted players. And the Cole Caulfield year, they had 5 first-rounders, and that team was sub-500 because all they had was – it sounds crazy. You only had 5 first-rounders. But after that, you had nobody. And kind of looking like that again. So I'm hoping it changes.
Yeah, Wisconsin's not ranked. They're not getting any ranks. Notre Dame is 19. So
yeah, they started there and fell out. Notre Dame has been hovering in the teens. Both desperately need a sweep. But actually, I'm going to use this game to lead into the bets. I'm taking whoever loses that game on Saturday. DraftKings will have it. They've already said they're going to have that pairing for Saturday. They have it Friday as well. I'm not touching it tonight. But whoever loses, I'm taking them on Saturday between those two. Really
why don't we just get into your picks then?
Yep. Second pick I'm taking today is Minnesota State -160. Thank you, DraftKings.
What's up, Bobby?
Bobby, what's going on? Beers are on me Saturday night, bro. Third pick I got is Penn State. +1.5 is +105. When have you seen plus money at +1.5 goals? I don't even need them to win. I have the best penalty kill in the country, and I can let them lose. Give me that. Give me that all day. That's coming at you from All Bets 365. So thank you, All Bets. I think you got that one wrong, folks. But it's number 18 versus number 4. Give me number 18 on the road on that one. It's backtracking Minnesota State number 16 against an unranked. Give me number 16. The Savage is taking Cornell at home. I don't blame him. Cornell is very, very good. Very hard place to play. They have not played a Division I game yet. This is their, technically season opener. They do have one first place vote already, or number 1 ranking vote already. North Dakota did just come off a brutal weekend with BU splitting. So I get it. I get why he's taking Cornell. I'm not touching the game, but he is a Savage. For those outside of New England, Providence money line over UNH. I'll be there tonight watching that. I love the Friars in this situation because UNH just hasn't looked good. They just balled out. They did steal a game at Quinnipiac. Let's see. St. Cloud was at BC. Will be at BC next year. They do a home and home, obviously. So St. Cloud is coming back east probably this time next year. So I'm with you, though. I wish we could get up there. For those that live in the Boston area, Cornell is only 5 hours away from Greater Boston. Hotels are super cheap if you want to go there for the weekend and catch that.
Cornell is in upstate New York?
Finger Lakes, yeah, Ithaca, New York.
Yeah, okay.
So it's only about 5 hours. I actually debated making the drive, but then I couldn't go see BC tomorrow, and, well, I need to see that. or sorry, BU tomorrow.
Real quick,
No.
Avi says he's thinking about betting against Minnesota. It's tough. Not going to lie. Win 5-3 empty net. Maybe Penn State is underrated, though.
So, Penn State has the number one PK in the country. I am taking, if you get all bets 365, I'm taking Penn State at +1.5. The empty netter does fear me because we've talked about Minnesota's offense. That top line is immaculate. I really like Matthew Wood. He's a big body. He can't skate well, but guess what? He can ice the puck. It's not hard to ice the puck. Any Joe Schmo can do that, And most of the time, he puts the puck on net. It goes in even with a goalie. So the 5-3 empty netter, I'm with you on that. I am scared, but I am banking on Penn State's face-off winning abilities. They're hovering right around 80% on the season, and they are 100% currently, knock on wood. Let's hope that doesn't change tonight, on the PK, 23 for 23. This is by far Penn State's toughest matchup. Minnesota does have a loss to Omaha, and they are struggling. That was at a neutral site game. Maybe. But I am taking Penn State 1.5. Expect a sweep on Maine. Yeah, they got, was it Vermont or UConn? Someone terrible. I remember them. They were unbettable. Where was it? Merrimack. That's going to be a tester because Merrimack did go and steal a game in Minnesota State. So I'm curious which Merrimack team shows up. Is it the team that lost to Stonehill? Or is it the team that beat Minnesota State? I was at Merrimack 2 weeks ago when they took UNH to a shootout. I would like to congratulate those two teams for the most boring game ever watched, combined 34 shots on goal. You got one shot on net on a 5-minute major. I'm with you, Avi. I have them. I would predict them in the sweep. They're actually, I'll get into it, Savage's parlay. Maine money line over Merrimack, Providence money line over UNH, Minnesota money line over Penn State. The total thing's a -200 on a three-way, so it's not that strong. But, I get it. Dude, I'm going to Sunday too. More beers? I'm in section 6. What am I in? Section 111, I think, row 6 or something like that for Sunday. So, yep, I'll be there, Avi, with the Savage and the girl. I'm down. Meet me at the custom jersey stand. You can't miss it when you walk in.
You find a new jersey when you get in? Is that every time you go, you get a jersey? Or
I try not to because they're a little expensive, but I really wanted Dean's jersey.
Worked out.
It did. No, I'm definite, Avi. So yeah, quick recap on the Savage parlay: Providence money line, Maine money line, Minnesota Gophers money line. He's taking them all money lines. So I guess in a perfect world, Minnesota wins in overtime, and him and I both get paid. He also has Cornell money line. They're -110 at home. It's not bad at all. North Dakota is also -110 in that game on the road. I said my bets: Minnesota State on the road -160 via DraftKings. Penn State +1.5 for +105 odds via All Bets 365.
You can type them in the chat too, and I'll put them up for you if you want. No worries. But that's okay. Mike's going to tweet all this out again after the show. So just make sure you're following him and I'll get that up here. There's my Twitter and his Twitter. I'll make sure I retweet it, but Mike always puts his picks out. He's 12-4 on the year. Are we not up 4.5 units?
College hockey, we are 12-4. NHL, we are 0-2, but combined, if you followed me for everything throughout the year, you're up 4.5 units. And I had a couple of people say, bro, you lost me 4 units on the Frozen Frenzy there. Every NHL team playing.
Yeah.
Friday, I got you 6.5 units back. So you're up 2.5 on that week alone. I watch a lot of college hockey.
Bet responsibly.
Yep. Don't bet what you can't lose, guys. Do this for fun. Don't make it a living. Or if you are, good for you. But don't
Lucas
do that.
Hensley. Go Minnesota Duluth. All right.
Duluth. Who the Bulldogs got this week?
I think that's Mike's favorite team. He's come on and said that before. Just kidding.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I've met too many of their teams. I've met their frisbee team. I've met their soccer team. I've met their hockey team.
Don't say anything bad. We got a good fan in here, so
no, I've met them a few times. Their fans travel well. They had 2 sections when they came out to Lowell. And that's not an easy arena to get to. You got to fly into Logan and navigate Boston. Good luck with that. Couple of statement games that happened over the weekend. Maine with the sweep at the Huskies. They brought you 3.5 of those 6.5 units. BU and North Dakota split, hitting the over both nights. So if you followed the Savage, you got both of those. And then I'm going to highlight Long Island went into South Bend and split. Once again, Notre Dame loses at home on a Saturday. I'm most likely going to be taking Wisconsin tomorrow, which is Saturday, at South Bend. Wisconsin beats Long Island 9 times out of 10. I promise you guys, let them square up.
Our friend Darkness from St. Louis is a thumbs down on Duluth. Sorry, Lucas. He's not a fan.
Sure did already.
Yeah, Lucas.
Yeah, they did.
He responded to Avi, but yeah. Didn't UMD win like 3 national championships in a row just not too long ago?
3 out of 4. They lost to Amherst.
Yeah.
And no, they lost to Amherst in the semis, and then Amherst beat St. Cloud.
Shout out Johnny Lazarus. He went to Amherst, I think.
Yeah. Low key, Amherst is a defenseman factor. Everyone's like, oh, Cale Makar. No, you can actually go back the last 20 years. They've had 1 defenseman drafted in the first round. Does his 4 years, goes. Does his 4 years and goes. To most recent one being Cale Makar. And a lot of people don't realize it, but because you get a guy drafted once every 4 years, they start as a freshman and as a senior. So look for Minutemen defensemen here. I didn't realize it was a weird stat to me. I'm like, oh my God, they punch us out of defensemen. So in 2 more years, someone's going to get drafted on UMass's back end, and they're going to be a stud per tradition. And I don't see it stopping. But ranking wise, Denver kind of hanging out up there.
They are getting top 20 votes, so they're
there were 17. UMass Lowell wildly outperforming. That my bet is not going to hit because I have them under 9.5 wins. They got 4 already. It's like not looking good for me there, and I'm cool with it. I'm okay with them winning more games. That they're the second closest rank I can get to it. It makes it more fun for me. Well, Avi, we're no longer friends. Kidding. No, you'll see me in my Michigan gear trying to get the Wolverines a victory, but I'm with you, Avi.
But Avi, in fairness, Mike picked BU to win the national championship.
I did pick BU to win a natty this year. And Michigan State. Those are the 2 teams I picked, so I went very anti myself and my Wolverines.
Darkness is all about Penn State sweeping. So
if Penn State can keep what they're doing in the faceoff dot, they really have a chance to sweep this weekend because, again, I hate knocking on Matthew Wood. He can't skate very well. He reminds me of Milan Lucic a lot. When he gets the puck, he's electric. But it's when he gets the puck. You get him on the defensive end. You try to sneak your 4th line out there. Minnesota goes, all right, we're going to win the faceoff, get our first liners out there. They have a chance. They do have a chance. That's why I'm picking them. Odds for the chips. It's tight at the time.
Yeah, Avi's saying, he said, did you see the odds for the champs? It's at the time to time. Denver BC teams beat, but so many teams have a chance. Yeah, I think college hockey is getting more and more wide open. I think it's going to be harder and harder as the years go. Plus, I expect some more D1 schools sooner than later.
So I know Miami, Auburn, Bama, Ole Miss.
They all have club teams.
No, they went varsity. They do have varsity teams now. They just don't have they're not in division, whatever the FCS football would the equivalent to that of hockey. Yeah. They're in there. So I'm expecting them to go big time soon. They definitely have the money. They clearly have the facilities. Clutch field goals.
Lucas says, you're good, Mike. Just keep talking about what you're doing. Let me produce the show. Yeah. I'll take Minnesota in a sweep. They'll catch a few clutch goals, but Penn State has been a good program the last few years. And they have a $1 billion facility there that was paid by Terry Pagula, the owner of the Buffalo Sabres, Penn State alumnus. So check out, if you haven't seen, I'm wearing the Spit Chicklets. Mikey Grinelli does a really nice tour of Penn State's facilities. They're going to be competitive because of how nice their facility is. And it's a really good college town.
They're pulling in the right guys. They are. And Pennsylvania does a pretty good job. They're number 6 in terms of per capita NHL players produced. I want a flexible Massachusetts again, but oh my God, Massachusetts, Minnesota rotates every year 1 and 2. I'm not a homer, I swear.
Yeah, they call Minnesota the state of hockey for a reason.
There's a reason for it. Numbers wise, Minnesota wins every single year, and then they produce a lot.
Yeah, I agree with Darkness here. Darkness says with NIL and the booming popularity for college hockey, I think within the decade, D1 will massively grow. I think you're 100% right, Darkness.
Guy rocking behind me, he already signed $1 million contract. It's $250,000 for the next 4 years for his NIL stuff.
Nice. Good for him, man.
19 years old. That's not too shabby.
This is why it's great for these kids. They can stay in college for 3 to 4 years, develop, not overwork their bodies, work out at the gym, and then go to the NHL when they're 22 and play right away. Some may have to go to the AHL. Oh, boo-hoo. They already made a bunch of money, though, which is great. So that BC jersey, that's a dope BC jersey in the background. Which one, Avi? Because I threw up my BC jersey.
Yeah, you got Peralta on yours, don't you? No, Leonard.
No, I got Ryan Leonard.
Yeah, you got Leonard. I got to meet his girlfriend. She's really, really nice. But I asked him.
I met his agent.
Did you really?
Yeah, I talked to his agent.
I don't want to talk to his girl. I'm like, how much longer she comes out? She's like, oh, at least another hour and a half. I'm like, oh, no, thanks.
ECAC conference finally gets started tonight. Yep. That's
Cornell,
Harvard.
Yeah.
They all got votes too. I'll throw this back up, guys, for you.
Denver, Yale's hosting Denver this weekend. Good luck, Bulldogs. I wish you the best.
Harvard got 22 votes to be in the top 20. Cornell, they threw it like 9th right away. Haven't even played a game, so they must really be high on Cornell.
So Cornell's Ian Shane. I did pick him to win the Richter. I'm very high on Cornell this year. I actually have them as my sleeper to get in the Frozen Four. So fingers crossed. They'll actually be on ESPN after New Year's for the Madison Square Garden weekend. They play 2 games at MSG. So we'll all have to keep an eye on that one.
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Okay, did you go through all your picks then?
Yep, I gotta type those out.
So let's just throw it out there. We actually have had a lot of chat participation, man.
I love it.
Lucas, Darkness, and Avi, which is great. This is so good. This is only, I think, our 5th episode of the College Hockey Show. So by the time we roll out, man, we can have a bunch before the Frozen Four, so that'll be good, man.
We're 6 rows off the ice, right on the red line. Not the worst seats. And
did you already pay?
I did not. What I did is I locked up the tickets because I could. Okay. I got an email from the NCAAs. I have a call with one of their ticket agents Monday.
Let me know what my portion is, and we'll figure it out.
But at a minimum, we got some tailgate stuff. So, guys, if you want to come hang out with us, if you're out at the Frozen Four, we're at the pregame tailgate party. It's a block party right outside the arena. If you miss it, congratulations. I don't know how you do it. But come hang out with us. We can do some interviews, have some beers. It's a good time. The one team I do want to touch on is I'm concerned with Arizona State.
Yeah.
They've been, I was pretty high on them. They haven't looked great the last couple of weeks. We got a couple of wins over a cupcake.
Still getting votes for the top 20.
I think rightfully so, but I am nervous about them. I'm putting a little warning label on them because I'm scared.
Lucas says college hockey is so elite, keeps getting better and better. Guys like Jack Eichel, Makar, Brady Tkachuk, Macklin, Kyle, Connor. Yep, I totally agree. More passing up on Major Junior. Yeah, Avi says I might go to Quinnipiac at Brown on Friday. That's another Ivy League school, Brown, November 15th. But I don't know. BU at Maine that night might be watch. Yeah. Throw in anything else you guys want to talk about. We only got about 5 minutes left before we got to call the show. But if there's anything else you want to talk about, but Mike, go ahead and finish your thoughts on what you were talking.
Yeah, so saying Arizona State, a little worried about them just because I thought they'd come out hotter than they did. Kind of laid an egg. I know they're getting into conference play now. Great thing about their conference play is it's strong. You have Colorado College, you have North Dakota, you have Denver. There's 3 top tenors right there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, ASU's going to turn it around.
I'm not going to throw that out there, Abby.
Yeah, I think they're going to turn it around.
We thought they would be a Frozen Four team. Let's just hold off.
Yeah,
Too early in the year to be writing teams off. I will tell you though, Quinnipiac being 2-3.
I'm not a believer. You just split with UNH, and UNH just lost to Merrimack. So I'm very torn on that. But I'm going to see UNH again tonight. Maybe they had a bad game against Merrimack when I saw them.
Not in the top 20 even.
No,
they're getting votes.
No, and they're not. And I'll own it. I picked them to finish 4th in Hockey East. No. But from what I saw against Merrimack, no. God, no. I also picked Lowell to be dead last, and they're not going to be dead last. So watch out for Lowell if you're a Hockey East fan, and you're UNH. You know, those were 4 free wins I thought you had. They're not free this year. In fact, I think you lose 3 of them, and that's a problem for you. But I'm going to see him again at Providence. It's not sold out, so feel free to go grab your tickets. They're $30, including fees, free parking. So that's one team I want to go inspect. I'm going to go see my eyes firsthand, but I am nervous that Quinnipiac at a sold-out arena couldn't sweep UNH. That is a major concern to me. You're at home. I've been in that arena when it was sold out before. Merrimack a couple years ago in the first round of the national championship put up a big fight. And everyone said, well, dude, it was 4-0. They killed them. I'm like, no. It was 2 empty net goals, an own goal, and a very pretty goal. But the fact of the matter is, empty net goals, right? There's no goalie. I'm not counting those. Now it's a 2-0 game. You eliminate the own goal. Well, now it's a 1-0 game. You play a hell of a lot different with 6 minutes to go in a game down 1 than down 3. So I don't know. Yes, Quinnipiac won the national title that year. All right, they did. I'm not knocking it. You know,
they just played so good defensively. Having watched them live, I was there. I know you're a Michigan fan. You weren't there though. They just dominated on the defensive end, very much like what we saw from Denver this last year.
Yes,
to me, like when the talent pool is as thinned out as it can be in college hockey. And you do have these because, like, dude, how did BC not win last year? They had the best goalie. They had, from top to bottom, they had the best team. But, like, they didn't have the best team. Denver had a lot of good players on that team. So you have BC with a bunch of A's, but Denver, you had a bunch of B's. Okay, well, a bunch of B's and Z Booyam. But, like, they killed it, and they just played so well defensively. And I feel like if you can play the best defensive hockey, you're going to win these tournament games.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, also, I got to credit Devine. The guy had a 3.2 or 3.3 goals against average last year. He never gave up more than 2 goals in a game in the tournament. Yeah. He had 50 saves and a double OT win.
Well, and you know, Mike, it's the same in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Yep. And it's the same in the college. These teams play differently. Like, dude, I didn't think Colorado was going to do well against Winnipeg. They couldn't keep the puck out of their net last year. They dominated them in the first round. I don't think that happens this year with the way Colorado might not make the playoffs. But, like, same thing with the college hockey. Like, if you are playing sound defensive hockey, and you a counter-punching hockey, you're going to have a much better chance to win. So, Avi says real quick, and then we got to wrap it up with final thoughts. But Avi says Denver goalie went Vasi mode versus BU first, and then versus BC, but they earned it somehow. Yeah, I was there though, Avi. It didn't look that dominant. There were stretches where BU did well, but yeah, guys, being there though, Mike, did you think, like, I don't think BU physically dominated them like they could have or even should have. And I thought Denver played so sound. They just didn't give them much.
No.
They made a couple of nice plays here and there, but it was like, they just, like, you know, I felt like honestly, BU played a little conservatively. So anyway,
I do.
go ahead,
I do
man.
too.
Give us your final thoughts on this weekend's games, and just be looking out for the tweets.
Yep. Guys, ESPN once again ESPN Plus is gonna be your best friend for a lot of these games. Again, BU Michigan, Big Ten Network, Nesson if you're local, ESPN Plus, North Dakota Cornell. I think ESPN Plus is gonna get that one. BC St. Cloud will be on Nesson and ESPN Plus. Penn State, Minnesota's Big Ten Network and ESPN Plus. Minnesota State, Bemidji State, that is the NCHC's network. They may have it, they don't always. Wisconsin, Notre Dame, Big Ten Network, and Peacock and ESPN Plus. My favorite matchup is honestly going to be North Dakota Cornell. I'm sad I can't watch it simply because we haven't seen Cornell play yet.
What is that being broadcast on?
I think it's just local Cornell broadcasting, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm hoping Nesson picks it up because they're in ECAC and they have a contract, but because there's other Hockey East games, they might not, especially with Michigan BU. I think that's going to be the Hockey East game of the week. Nesson will announce that at 5:30 p.m. today. So he's on it. But if I could watch a game this weekend in person, it actually is going to be the North Dakota Cornell game. I can't.
Oh, no. Avi says Cornell, North Dakota will be on ESPN.
Oh, sweet. Yes. All right. Good. We can. I can watch it tonight when I get home. That's good news. Thank you, Avi.
Awesome. Thank you, Avi. We appreciate you. You're like our best fan. You're our number one. We're going to count you in that anyway. Okay, man.
Other than that, guys, I got a tweet coming out for you in a couple minutes.
Yep. Look for Mike's bets. I'll retweet it. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on noties. We're going to be live every Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. If that changes, I'll let you guys know. That's all based on Mike's work schedule. We got, I don't know, like 10 inches of snow in the last 14 hours. So I've been cleaning snow.
It's 70 degrees here today.
31 right now. So, all right, guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you next Friday, but we will be live for the NHL Nightly at 10 p.m. Eastern. Me, Rico, and probably just me and Rico for a while. I think Perlo is in the midst of the move. So, I see your private chat. Sorry. You put it. Okay. If you put it in the private chat, I can't put it up.
Oh.
Just put it in the regular comments and I can put it up on the screen. No worries. That's why I didn't put your bets up. But no worries, we'll get that, Mike. Next time I'll try to have it where we have a graphic and I just put them up. Like if you send me a PDF or whatever, I could just, or you could do it. You could share it, do a PDF, just share it, and we'll do it that way. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you. Here's Michael Warino, right there. This is Mike. This is the Degenerate Bostonian. There's his bets. I put them up for you guys. Lucas, thanks for joining us, man. You're new. I appreciate you. He says, you should, you guys, should be a great weekend of hockey. The Finland game's on right now, by the way. If you want to watch some NHL, Florida and Dallas, which could be the Stanley Cup final, are playing right now. So
I didn't even realize that. Lucas, thank you. Totally forgot about Finland.
Yeah, it's on the NHL network. So, or Stream East. See you at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. See you guys.